Not having much luck, are you? Have a cup of coffee and try again later.
Oh, sorry, love, I was just out the back. Look, you go back to bed, I'll answer it.
It might be for me.
All right, I'll call you, won't I? Go on. I'll bring you breakfast in a minute. Hello?
Hello? Mr. Spence? Can I speak to Diana, please?
Hello? Anybody there?
Hello?
Who was it, Dad?
Just cut out. Oh, must have been a wrong number, eh?
Maybe they aren't up yet.
Yeah, they are. Well, he is anyway. Playing hard to get.
You can't wear that for work.
No, I'm not on till 3.
Well, here am I rushing with this nice shirt. And left all the wrinkles in your collar.
Didn't ask you to do me ironing, Nan. Didn't ask you to turn up at the crack of dawn either.
What do you expect when your best friends are telling me how Diana walked out on you and how upset you are?
And Nicky should have kept the nose out.
I came to see if I could help, that's all. I don't want to know any details. That's between you and Diana. Of course, it might be better for you to get the whole thing off your chest.
Diana got something wrong, that's all. It's a misunderstanding.
But if she's at her father's house, why won't he let you speak to her?
Diana's dad hates coppers. His wife ran off with one, you see.
Well...
He hates the idea of us two getting married. And if he thinks I've upset her, well, that's only going to make things worse, isn't it?
And have you upset her?
I have, yeah. My head was full of something else. Something at work. It happened so quick. I never meant to do it, Nan.
I don't know, you've been in that Polly a few weeks and already you owe over £1,600.
It's not as much as that.
Yes, it is. By the time you add up all the interest you got to pay back. By the time you pay for that keyboard, you could have bought the thing twice over. That music shop must be making a bomb, and you're making millionaires out of them credit card people.
You shouldn't have bet. I mean, fancy throwing credit cards at teenagers at college. How do they think they're going to pay them back?
Mum, it'll be paid back, okay?
Oh, yeah, now I know how, don't I? By robbing Pete to pay Paul. By borrowing even more money. That's what you're going to finish up doing, you know. You're going to get yourself into a spiral of debt, and then you'll find yourself in a pit, and there'll be nobody there to dig you out.
All right, Daddy, you'll pay it back.
Well, I hope so, Tony, I hope so.
Dad, you know what about coming? And all the money we've got to pay back. Then will reflect our prezzies, like.
Oh, no problem there, so just give you Mr. Rockefeller. I'm sure he'll oblige. Just like I'm sure he'll find himself a flat and pay for it in washes.
Tony, there's an echo by the phone. Go and get it for us, will you?
I do.
Yeah, come get it, so. Maybe once you're out the way, so we can make some more confessions.
You're going to spring your debts on us, are you, Michael?
You know, when you got in that Polly, I was proud. But I thought you wanted to go there to work. I thought you wanted a degree. Must have got that wrong, eh?
You're keeping up with your work, aren't you? I mean, doing your essays and stuff.
Of course I am, Mum. That'll rubbish me whatever I do. That's why I'm moving out. Yeah, have a look at this, Mum. I've noted down all the flats here. I'll be late home from Polly. I'm going to give them a recce, see what I can afford.
Hello, Mr. Spence. I'd like to speak to Diana, please.
Oh, yes, I'm sure you would. But you've let her down badly, haven't you, lad?
I'd like to speak to her, please.
Yes, well, she's not here. And even if she was, she wouldn't want to speak to you anyway.
So you know we've had some bother then?
Oh, I know, all right.
Well, in that case, you must have been in touch with her. So you must know where she is. So, could you please tell me?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't think it's in her best interest, that's why not.
We're getting married in 2 weeks' time. You know, we've got things to sort out.
Yeah, but it can't be sorted, can it? Because you pair were a mismatch from the beginning, and I think it's just as well that she understands that now.
I need to see him, Mr. Spence.
Oh, just do one, will you, and don't come back.
All right, then. At least you'll tell her that I called.
I don't think you understand. I love my daughter, and no copper's going to start messing her around the way I was messed around by my wife's fancy man.
I never messed Diana around.
Yeah, but you didn't look after her, did you? Not the way I could. You see, I've known about her problem for years. I happen to think there are worse things in the world than not being able to read and write. But I also understand that Diana feels very badly about it. You see, it's sympathy she gets from me. And what do you do, eh?
She never gave me a chance.
She was waiting, wanting to confide, and you called her a stupid mare.
I didn't mean it like that.
It was wicked. How can you help her with an attitude like that?
Look, I never meant it like that, honest. All I want to do now is put things right.
I think you should go and think. A copper with an illiterate wife. I don't think that'll work out myself.
I've got no problem with it.
This will I have. Let's just clear off, will you? And don't come near this house again.
Are you talking to someone?
Oh, just next door, you know. Usual moan, milkman late as usual.
I'm on about access to the shop and access for disabled people too.
Yeah, but you've got a ramp.
I haven't got a ramp.
Yeah, you have, Ron. It's over there.
It's no good to me over there, is it? I need it here leading up to the shop.
Anyway, I've just come to tell you. I want the rent money next month.
Oh, do you now? Well, we'll just have to see about that, won't we? It's bad enough having to make do with them steps without them being slippery.
Well, it's winter. What do you expect, eh?
I expect them to be swept and sluiced down. Otherwise, I might just have to withhold the rent.
Well, let's tell you what. We'll get Jimmy the caretaker to sort it out, eh? He can clean them. But before he goes out in your van, eh?
He's not out in my van every minute of every day, you know. Look, Barry, I've told you before, haven't I? Those steps are a hazard. They could have a bad effect on trade. And common sense should tell you that if my business goes down, then you don't get your rent, do you?
Jimmy!
There's no way I'll manage 2 months' rent in advance. No, forget it.
Move over. Michael, you can change your mind about moving out just because you've had words with your father.
Mum, he doesn't give me room to breathe. Even at the gig when he found out whose sin it was, he just piled in himself. I mean, he's my own dad and he makes me feel small. He makes me feel a failure.
Oh, Michael, that's the last thing he'd want. He was made up when you got in at the Poly. He's just scared that, well, you'll blow your chance of doing well by being distracted by your music and problems with money.
Well, he ought to trust me more. He ought to give me some respect. I've never had that off my dad. Never.
Respect? What, for robbing cars, crashing cars, nearly killing yourself, getting into debt? I mean, grow up and you'll get his respect. And if leaving home helps you grow up, well, then I'm glad you're going, Michael.
Come on, Jim, haven't you loaded up yet?
Hey, Bob. Just been looking at your adverts in the window there. Part-time help wanted for the shop.
Oh, you want 3 jobs now, do you?
No, it's not for me. Someone I know. Someone who'd be perfect for it.
Jimmy, I think that's for me to say, don't you?
Right, well, I'll send it along, OK?
It's not someone from your grubby past, I hope.
This person was from the past, but is now from the present, which is where Monk is going to stay.
Do you know what you mean by that?
I do know what I mean by that, yeah?
Wouldn't be some tart, would it, Jim?
Hey, hang on, never mind, Tart. This is my legal wife. Well, we're not together anymore, but she is very respectable, Ron. Her name is Corkle.
That's all I need, in a flaming double act. You in the movie and her in the shop.
Come on, Ron, give her a chance, eh? It's not her fault I walked out on her years ago, is it?
Oh, marvellous. A lifetime of resentment. You probably end up chucking the stock at one another.
Ronnie, she's very responsible, experienced in shop work.
Oh, yeah.
And another great asset she has, she's out of work.
And may I ask just why she's out of work?
Just personal reasons, OK? Listen, I'll send her along, right? And if you find you're not impressed, you don't have to give her an interview, do you? I mean, what could be fairer than that?
Could I speak to Diana Spence, please? Is she at work today? Or did she say what was wrong with her?
Well, did she say if she'd be in tomorrow then?
Yeah.
Right. Thanks. Thanks, love. All right. School Bobby not caught up with you then?
Why? Who's going to tell him?
Not me, that's for sure.
Look, do you know what you want yet? Because if you don't, time's money, right?
I just want to talk, you know. Just want to get to know you, like.
Yeah, everyone starts off saying that. Who says a mind so after? I mean, I can give it a good time. Why stop at talk?
I said talk, and I mean it.
Talk gets you in trouble.
Don't see that. You with, like?
And if it's conversation that you want, you should pick someone who's good at it. Clever, like. Not me.
Must be good at something.
I'm good on these, and I'm good at what blokes pay me for. You know, them things you're saying you don't want. I don't think you do work on the arcades. I bet you're a social worker, eh? I bet you're a school teacher.
Well, it doesn't matter what I am, does it? It's my business.
Okay.
So, what's your name then?
Craig.
Craig, yeah. Craig, something.
Yeah, Craig something. Let's go spend this.
It's not his main present, but I think he'll like it. Margaret, I think Thomas will like his present.
Oh, yeah, I should do.
Must make sure I hide it away properly. Something wrong? Not been yourself for weeks. Is it the long dark days or the job?
No, I'm happy with the job if you are.
Oh, we're fine. It's just if someone's gloomy, it does rub off a bit.
Sorry, I meant to upset you on Max.
But Margaret, we'd like to think you could trust us. I mean, that you could confide in us if you felt the need. Is it about your friendship with Dee Dee's brother?
Dee Dee talks to me like I'm an idiot, as though I didn't know priests can't have girlfriends. That doesn't mean they can't have friends, though, does it? Derek says I shouldn't go to the church anymore, that people are going to talk. But, I mean, that's their fault, not ours.
A priest isn't really his own man. He serves his community. You'll have to take him at his word on that.
I don't understand.
I can't explain it to you. But he could, and I think he should. It's only fair.
Dee Dee says he's married to the church. But, I mean, if two people just get on, like, talking to each other, well, I mean, what's marriage got to do with it?
Look, Margaret, why don't I take Thomas today and you go and see Derek, talk things through?
You can't, not on your day off.
I can do the shopping on Saturday. Go and talk to him, Margaret. But listen to what he has to say. Don't just hear what you want to hear.
I wouldn't do that.
And let him tell you what it's like for him in his position. And try and find out how he feels about you.
Do you think I should? I mean, he might be annoyed at me just turning up again like that at the church.
Margaret, you need to talk properly for your own sake. You can't just keep moping around here.
I don't get time to go to the football now. You know, because of my job and that. But I used to when I was your age.
Bad luck, eh? Having to work on Saturdays.
Yeah. So, have you always been into footballing?
Yeah, always. Always supported Everton.
Oh, same here. So, who takes you to match now then?
I would just go myself, or else, you know, fellas like you minted with season tickets.
I used to go behind the goal, Gladys Street.
It's all seated now.
Yeah.
Hey, I went to a boss match last season. FA Cup against Liverpool.
4-4.
4-4, yeah.
Yeah. Best match I went to was years ago. Cup Winners' Cup against Bayern Munich.
Everton won 3-1.
Yeah. Do you know who scored the goals? Sharp, Gray, and Stephen.
They've all been sold.
All been sold, yeah.
What are you doing? Okay, it's all right.
If the machine goes flying here, the cup will open, right? You just do what I do. Grab what you can and run.
Someone could get out there.
I'd call it busies if I were you, love. You just go outside and watch the fun.
Hey, pack it in. Come on. Hey, I said pack it in.
Now clear off the lot of you. Go on. I'll call the manager. You'll be well knackered then. He'll ban the lot of you. You okay?
You could have got your head kicked in.
No, you were harmless.
No, I just can't make you out.
Oh, well, I'm called Rod, and I'm an Evertonian. I mean, what more do you need to know, like?
William, you're never here again. I thought the sisters had sorted you out.
Excuse me, Father Thornton.
We're not a bottomless pit, you know.
Hi there. It's a telephone. It's the Adoption Society.
I'll be right there. You have a visitor. That young lady that was here before, she's not from the parish, is she?
No, she isn't.
She must be very anxious to see you to make all this journey.
But she hasn't come far for her.
We're very busy here, you know. We've got all the needs of the parish to see to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Perhaps I should go.
No, it's all right, Margaret.
You do well to give some time to William. He does belong to parish, and his needs are great.
All right, William. Is something wrong?
No, I just wanted to talk to you, that's all. Father Thornton ignored me just now. He acted like I wasn't here.
There's no right to be rude to you, even if he is annoyed at you being here.
Is he? Are you?
No. Come with me and meet a friend. William, this is a really lovely girl, but the way she talks is very strange.
It isn't.
She's from Oldham. She's from Tip Moors. There's nought up there but wind and woolly dogs.
Woolly dogs?
Sheep, William.
So, you didn't get bored with the newsagent then?
Well, the job's what you make it. I mean, if there was a lull, I found myself something to do.
Like, reading the magazines?
Like filling up the sweets or cigs, thinking what stock we need to fetch through next.
Good girl.
I'm not one to stand round idle.
Rod?
Right then, we'll talk more on Wednesday then, at the interview.
Forward to it.
Yeah.
Rod?
Ta-ra.
Rod? Could you spare me a couple of minutes of your precious time?
Sorry, ladies.
Have we got any wireless sellotape in this?
I've started wrapping the Christmas presents.
Yeah, I think I can oblige. What do you think of the shop, then?
She's been saying it's very nice.
I think it's been done very well.
Yeah, love, that's about the wireless we got. 99p. You can get your wrapping paper here as well, you know.
Yeah, we sell most things. We're open from 9 to 6, and you have to admit we're very handy.
Yeah, it is convenient. A bit more than I can stay for your steps, though. It's almost got a bit of a jolting coming up those.
Yeah. Tony, could you see Patricia out, please? Help her down the steps with the pram. Schnell.
Thanks.
Come again, though, you've broken your duck.
I will. Cheerio. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Lonnie, more Chrissy decorations, mate. I have done a bomb this morning.
Well done, that man. I've got a box for you in the back. Dean, will you put them adverts up? They've only gone missing lying there.
Hey, Lonnie, mate, listen, mate. Did Mrs. Corkill get in touch with her?
She did, and she gets a proper interview on Wednesday.
Brilliant, she'll do you proud, mate.
We'll see, Jimmy, we'll see. It all depends on who else applies for the job, you know. The advert's still in the window.
I'll kill Tony. He's muddled all these snacks up.
Tell you what, then. You get those sorted out, right? And I'll put these up for Lonnie, eh?
Oh, thanks, Jimmy. It's a problem, Tony, after school. If our Jackie's not there, I don't like to leave him in the house by himself. I'm talking about you. Just stand there and help me sort these out, right? Now just put all the different snacks in the right box.
Mummy's had dry spot them steps. We could put people off if they got prams or pushchairs.
Oh, Jimmy, will you sweep the steps as well?
You what?
Hey, don't forget to sweep the steps.
All right, you. Hey, I've got 2 jobs here, you know.
Hey, I've got 2 jobs as well. And you're not helping with this one.
Yeah, Jimbo, get rid of that little lot.
Good.
But you better get a move on. You know what these afternoons are like. Dark before you know it.
Right, so it's work on the Moby first and the caretaker in second, OK?
Correct.
Right, I'll see you later. Ta-da.
Yeah.
Oh, nice to see you working, Jimmy Corkill.
Yeah, I love you too and all, Julia.
On the job that me and Cyril should have had.
What can I do you for, Julia?
Is your bumper radio times in? You know, the double one with all the Christmas programmes in.
It's far too early for that, love. And anyway, we don't sell newspapers, unfortunately.
I've got a paper here.
Wrong phone. Throw me together.
No, it's all right, love. I'll get it. You serve. This is my personal copy, that, Julia, for when I'm relaxing.
Ron can't relax. That's his problem. Should take things slower.
Been overdoing it, has he?
I think so.
Oh, is that what this is all about then? Do I need part-time help?
No, I want to keep my job on so I can't work here full-time.
Hey, it would suit me, this would. I see now's virtually promised the Moby.
I'm sure Ron will consider you, Julia.
Well, I've got a very good claim with almost being Ron's stepmother.
We'll have a word with him. Well, I'll have a word with him. Interviews are Wednesday.
I'd need to know paying conditions, of course.
We'll sort it out with Ron, Julia.
I'd be ideal for this job, you know. Plus the fact that I'm first to apply. I mean, this hasn't even gone up yet.
Well, I wouldn't really know.
Well, it wouldn't be lying here if it had now, would it? Of course, if this notice was never to go up, if it was to disappear, I'd be the only applicant. And that puts me in a very strong position. I need the help, of course, of a nice, kind boy.
Well, what's in it for me?
Ooh, I'm sure we can come to some arrangement.
Well, this is going for a walk.
Ooh, I can tell whose grandson you are. Cyril would be proud of you.
See you later.
I know you said you weren't a social worker, but helping people is part of your work. That old tramp thinks you're brilliant.
Well, it's part of my work, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not meant to understand the rest.
What, are you harking back to what I said at the youth club?
You made out those miles and miles between us.
Well, I was trying to be honest.
How do you describe music to someone who's deaf? That really hurt me, if you want to know.
Well, it was meant to hurt you in a way, which is what frightens me the most. Because I'm going to hurt you, Margaret, and it's the last thing I want to do. But if you carry on with this...
With what? What sort of a setup is it if a friend can't even call round to your house? I mean, it's not as if I'm dragging you out of a service. I'm not stopping you doing your work.
Yeah, but you saw Father Thornton's face. He thinks you're chasing me, and I'm encouraging you.
You could try telling him that you're not. You could try standing up to him. You said it was wrong to ignore me just now.
It's not what it looks like to him. I find it hard. It's what it does to me. Because, Margaret, each time that you come here, each time you put me through all this... When I became a priest, I took on a vow of celibacy. Now, I have to be true to the vows I made. My honour is bound up in those vows, my integrity. It's hard to explain, but it's about the kind of person I want to be, the kind of person I think I am.
I don't understand all these vows. I don't see why they're there.
If I'm celibate, there's more of me to give to other people. And the one love I do have is a love of God.
But if someone loved you, well, then you'd be happy and love God more. I mean, how does it hurt your God if someone loves you?
It hurts me. It hurts me if I break my vows.
But how can it if you're happy, though? I mean, like, we're happy just talking, just being friends. I mean, what sort of a God is it that says you can't be happy and you've got to waste your life?
Margaret, there's a bottom line. I chose to be a priest, and I want to carry on being a priest. You want us to be something to each other. Something we can't be. It's a dead end.
Several women are apologising for dropping out of loved ones' lives in Forgive or Forget next on Living.